272 Global from Asia. Talking about Facebook ads for Amazon sellers, the top mistakes people make.
Welcome to the Global from Asia podcast, where the daunting process of running an international business is broken down into straight-up, actionable advice. And now, your host, Michael Michelini.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into episode 272 of Global from Asia. I am re-recording this because my laptop doesn't like to be recording in the backseat of a car. But actually, this laptop is older than my son, for real. And I have a new one finally, so hopefully I don't need to re-record everything. But Dave, what's this service we're in? We're in the backseat of your car, and there's some dude that met us in a parking lot and drove your car.
Daija.
Daija. So basically, this dude rolled up in the back into a underground parking lot in Shenzhen after our Gulf from Asia VIP dinner meeting. And then he put his folding bicycle in the back in the trunk, and then we sit in the back. He actually has this like kind of condom thing that goes on, slips on the back of the chair, and I guess he doesn't, so his dirtiness doesn't get on your car. Dave, is that what it's for? This guy is just
Provides you of a feeling of that you are being taken care of. And that you're being provided with they take extra care to make sure your vehicle is not dirtied in any way.
So it's just making sure that this bicycle dude doesn't get his dirty stuff on your driver's seat. Anyway, so today's show we have Thomas Pruchinski from landingcube.com. It's a pretty awesome landing page software for Amazon sellers. We'll talk about it in the show. I'm very happy to promote them, and they give amazing content. Their blog is really amazing, and they've also come to our Global from Asia events such as a Summit and Cross-Border Matchmaker, so I really appreciate that. In addition to Thomas, I also know David Heemberger, the developer behind it and founder of Landing Cube. So it's great to have these finally on the show because he's been active in our community and our events. So we talk about the common mistakes sellers make when they get their Facebook ads going. So it's just tune in, and as always, show notes and photos and everything else at globalfromasia.com/episode 272. Are you looking for an amazing event to go to? Do you like Global from Asia and want to support? Then we would love to see you at the Cross-Border Summit. A little bit less than a month away. It is going to be in Guangzhou, China, October 22nd and 23rd, 2019. 20 plus speakers and a great group of business owners doing cross-border trade, Amazon import trades, and more. So while we are in the backseat of this car, I'm just doing a little quick plug to let y'all know it'll be amazing to see some of you there. We try our best to bring as much value as possible in those 2 days, and we are at crossbordersummit.com. If you want to go right there /China, because we're looking at doing it in different locations around the world for the years to come. Thank you so much. See you there. Okay, thank you everybody tuning in another Global from Asia podcast. We are here talking Amazon and Facebook with an expert that's helped us out in the show in our case study, or our real business at Sisatano, and Thomas and the team at Landing Cube, David Heemberger, and everybody has been always supportive of the community, and it's a pleasure to finally get you on the show, Thomas Pruchinski from Landing Cube.
Yes, thanks for having me, Mike.
Yeah, just like I said, I do appreciate your guys' efforts to help out with the Sistano Facebook ads when we had this campaign rolling, and it really did make quite a big difference with getting traction. I know everybody's always struggling how to launch on Amazon. Everybody's always fighting over each other on Amazon ads, and there's so many services and experts in Amazon PPC and paid ads for, of course, Amazon. But I still think there's opportunity. Maybe before we get into it, we're going to talk about the 3 common mistakes Amazon sellers make on Facebook. But I guess the first one, right off the bat, if it's okay to just jump right in.
Sure. Yeah.
I gotten lately people in our community saying even Facebook is too expensive now for Amazon products. It's been a couple of years since you helped us with the campaign. What would you say now? I mean, we're getting towards the end of 2019. I mean, this seems like there's still opportunity, right?
Yeah, there's still opportunity. Whether it's too expensive or not, I mean, that all depends on what your budget is.
Sure.
I would say it is kind of hard to
give a generic answer. Yeah.
Well, no, it's hard to make a profit from, when you consider the Facebook ad costs plus, all your other costs, your product costs, for promoting Amazon products with Facebook ads.
Okay. So then the strategy for sellers should be making a profit, or is this for launch, do you think, or ongoing, or traction, or velocity, or what would be the first? I guess this is a good way to start before we get into the mistakes. What's the goal for a seller on doing Facebook ads?
I think the most reachable goal, the most sensible goal is to boost rankings with the sales you're going to get from the Facebook ads. And then, that's going to give you more organic traffic and more organic sales. Plus if you're building a list, let's say you plan to launch a few more products in the future. If you build up an email list or messenger list, having that list is going to make it a lot easier and more profitable the next time you launch a product.
Sure. So I don't mind helping. I mean, I'll promote you guys for you. You guys always deliver so much value, but I think a lot of people don't know why to even use a landing page or a service like yours. I'll just speak for you and you can say if I'm wrong or right. But
sure. Yeah.
First of all, I'm taking some of the mistakes, but people don't realize, I guess we can get to that, but basically so many people think they can just drive traffic direct to Amazon, and they're missing out on quite a bit. Maybe we can do that one first then.
Sure. Yeah.
I think I went out of order here, but I think using, whether it's your service or other, of course, people could set up their own WordPress landing pages or other landing pages. But I think why do people make this mistake? The mistake you say of driving traffic straight to Amazon. People think, hey, I sell on Amazon. I don't have a really good website. I'm not good at websites. Blah blah blah. Why is that a mistake?
Well, the real key to Facebook ads and really digital advertising in general is, testing and tracking data and retargeting. And if you just send them straight to Amazon, you're not able to place a pixel to really track your results, and you're not able to build retargeting audiences.
True. And I think the other is capturing email.
Yep. Yeah. You're not able to capture emails if you're just sending them straight to Amazon. So then when someone lands on your Amazon listing, I mean, if they're coming from Facebook, the chances that they're going to convert right then and there is usually less than, someone searching on Amazon, because if you're on, I mean, think about, someone's intent when they're searching on Amazon. They're in buyer mode. They're further along the buyer journey, if you will. So the conversion rates are going to be higher than, someone who sees a Facebook ad. And even if it's a great Facebook ad, I mean, they're probably not going to, get their credit card out and buy right then and there. They're more browsing or something like that. So if you're sending them straight to Amazon from Facebook, the conversion rates are probably going to be lower, and that does not help your rankings. Whereas, if you drive them to a landing page, one, you can capture the email, and besides for the email capture, the landing page, on the one hand, it just serves to kind of filter the traffic so that the people can read about the product, and if they're interested in, the ones that do click through and go to Amazon are going to be more likely to buy because they've been introduced to the product already. Whereas the people that aren't interested are just going to bounce off the landing page and never hit your Amazon listing. So then that helps your conversion rates go up, which positively benefits your rankings.
Makes sense. I think you probably see quite a lot of data, which is probably awesome. And I wonder what you think of, are people so, I think the typical landing page, which Landing Cube help with, is you import the Amazon data or listing data into a landing page and kind of optimize the flow. So it looks, the layout's more like a website than looking like an Amazon exact page. And so you're still trying to send them to buy, right? Even, or are you trying to get them to like an ebook or to a funnel or upsell?
No. Yeah,
you're still sending them to the Amazon listing to buy.
Right. The goal is purchase, and on the landing pages we also give out coupon codes, so that further incentivizes purchase.
Yep. Which is something you can't do if you send them direct to Amazon too, right? So
right.
So it's kind of like a combo. It's like, hey guys, you want this awesome, I don't know, I'm looking at a keyboard, buy this keyboard on Facebook. So it's the call to action we purchase in Facebook ad. Then it would click it would go to like a landing page or a landing cube service like yours. We'll talk about that maybe more at the end, but it goes to a landing page, and then they say, if you want this coupon, can we talk about how much you can give nowadays, or is that even something how much is a normal coupon nowadays for like TOS or getting the maximum conversion to TOS or verified review, all this stuff, right? Like, what's the optimal coupon?
Yeah, in terms of like highest conversion rates on the coupon take rate from, according to our data, it's around 70%, 75%
off. So then they're paying 25 to 30% of the normal price.
Yeah.
Does that still count as a verified review?
You cannot get a verified review from that.
Okay.
No. So yeah, for verified reviews, it's got to be 20-30%. Yeah, from what we know, 30% is the cutoff, but we've heard a bunch of people with different takes on that. I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon like tests different percentages for different segments or something like that, but yeah, they don't publish that.
Yeah. Okay. And so yeah, I guess just to reiterate I switched the order. Sorry, I'll have to update my notes. But the first mistake is we're talking about is people sending traffic directly to Amazon from Facebook. So of course, using either your software or other solutions, people could then send it to a landing page, coupon code, Facebook pixel, email address is the three things they're trying to capture, right?
Yeah. So the coupon code, contact info, and retargeting. And so besides for the landing page, something that has been pretty popular these days, and we've seen it do pretty well, is JSON Messenger ads. So instead of going to a landing page, it just opens up a chat bot straight from the ad within Facebook Messenger. And then, you can send the coupon code through Messenger, and then they go to Amazon right through there.
True. Yeah, that is pretty popular. I haven't done that myself, honestly, but I'm still old-fashioned. I gotta But yeah, that just seems like the bots are the future, right? Facebook bots or any kind of bots. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, Facebook just like introduced a new policy which makes it a little less compelling, in that you used to be able to message, you used to be able to send like messages to anyone on your list, but now, like for promotions, but now you can only do that within a very limited time frame, and then after that you have to send a sponsored message if it's promotional material. So if you're launching a new product and offering a discount, you'll have to do that as a sponsored message, so you got to pay for it.
Oh man, yeah, this is the whole problem with the gateways.
Mm-hmm.
These these gatekeepers is the word. I mean, feels like we're just stuck bouncing between Facebook and Amazon and Google.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. But
yeah, I think that's like people were saying, oh, Messenger is going to take over email, and I think you're probably on the right track there, thinking that email's been here for a while and it's not going anywhere, and Messenger is.
Yeah, I just don't trust these. I mean, I guess we have no choice. We're stuck. It seems like we're getting stuck, but I'm still old fashioned where I want to try to quote unquote own my traffic, quote unquote own my list. I know everybody's saying, "Oh, that's old school. You're an old guy." I'm still trying to get the website traffic. I'm still trying to get the email list. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't have a website barely, or just a bare minimum for brand registry. Most people are just driving traffic. Yeah, Facebook to bot to Amazon tracking. But I guess that's the new cool thing. But I think, like you said, the risk is updates and terms, and you don't really have anything. It feels, but I guess we're stuck like that no matter what now. So let's move on to second point. I switched it up a little bit, but maybe you can go into the second mistake people make.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're gonna spend, so the second mistake is just having a poorly set up listing. A listing that isn't optimized to convert. I mean, if you're gonna be spending money on paid traffic, to your Amazon listing, you want to make sure that your Amazon listing is set up to convert to the maximum extent, because it's like you're amplifying it. So if you're just throwing money at a listing that has a poor conversion rate, it's just going to be throwing money into nothing.
Yeah. So how could somebody? Obviously there's conversion number. I guess you just look right at your Amazon data. They give you the conversion rates right in your reports, right? Business reports. So that would be the best place. Or what other ways could somebody know they're ready? Or what would you even say?
Yeah, I mean,
some data that
I think like a lot of people just have never had like someone else take a look at their listing and kind of critique it. And I think that would be beneficial for a lot of sellers, especially like the sellers that are kind of one-man operations and they're just doing it themselves. If you have a team, you can have different people on the team look at it. But a lot of times, from customers that I look at their listings, they're targeting the keywords in their title are there are keywords that have more search volume and lower competition that they could be targeting, but they're not targeting those. They're targeting keywords with lower search volume, higher competition. I've a lot of times the images are poorly set up, with text that is hard to read in the images, and a lot of times the copy and the bullet points in the description are not, it doesn't make it easy to scan, because when you think about someone reading an Amazon listing, they're probably not gonna read it like a novel. Mm-hmm. They're gonna scan very quickly to see what the main benefits are, what the main features are, and if you don't do a good job of making it easy to to scan through the bullet points to find out what's in it for them, or to, quickly skim through the pictures to see, what's in it for them. They're just going to click on another listing.
Yeah, which brings me up a couple of questions. A couple of questions I have is, what's like a metric, what's a good conversion rate that somebody should be looking at? Is there a number like 10%? I mean, it's from business reports and Amazon, or is it that? And then I guess also, is somebody optimizing for mobile? Or some people joked, it's almost like Amazon can turn into the, man, I'm old. I'm sounding I'm old. It's a dating app, swipe right, Tinder for yeah, I'm married now. Honestly, don't use it, but
I hope not.
But people are treating it, just look at the picture, right? They don't even read the title, they don't even read the description, they don't read anything, just look at the picture, make a decision, especially on mobile, right? I mean, maybe I'll stop. So maybe is ads different and for mobile and desktop, and is and then is there any kind of data that somebody should say, or is it somebody like ask somebody like you, hey, does this look good enough for me to spend some money on Facebook, or where should somebody decide to make this investment?
Yeah. So with your first question in regards to good conversion rate, yeah, I think 10 to 15% is pretty good. And obviously, if you have a a wide product catalog, there's going to be a wide range. Like some products are just not going to convert as well, and some categories just don't convert as well. Especially the ones that have a lot more, that are a lot more competitive. There's a lot more comparison. But yeah, I mean, so it's really a case by case basis on what would be a good conversion rate. But yeah, in regards to the the mobile. So one thing, on mobile, pictures are even more important.
Yeah.
because the pictures are, take up the majority of the of the screen on mobile. And when you look at an Amazon product on your phone, the images are on top, and you got to scroll quite down to see the to see the bullet points and the description.
Exactly.
So people are just going to scroll through the images. So you want a variety of secondary images that show off your product being used, and can so a would-be customer can imagine themselves using the product. And it's not like people are lazy, which I mean, we our attention spans are shorter and shorter, but we process visual information so much faster. So the images are a great opportunity to to give them a snapshot of what your product can do, what your product can do for them, and how it can help them.
All right. And there's also the image size, right? Taller on mobile than square on desktop, something like this.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, let's move to the third mistake, which is you have not split testing. So like similar to maybe the first one, or the landing pages or traffic measuring, what can people do to know what's working or not, right? So many people just probably spend money and don't measure. So this is a way of measuring.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of customers will reach out to us and say, hey, my Facebook ad isn't performing well. And we say, okay, send us a screenshot of your ads and your creative and copy and the audiences that you're running. And a lot of times they're just they're running it to one audience. They have one image and one piece of text, and it's just, I mean, unless you're a really good experienced advertiser that has very good understanding of your niche and your customers and their pain points and the solution that your product provides, and you're a really good advertiser, it's just hard to get it right on the first go. I mean, this is what, digital advertising has how it's changed the game, because you can put out, different images and different pieces of copy and test them to see, what performs better. So if you're not putting out, different versions of the ad, if you're just putting out one thing, it's just hard to get it right on the first go. And that, that goes for the image, the text, but also the audience that you're running to. And for Amazon products, if you have a history of sales, it's usually best to run to a lookalike audience. You can upload your sales history, or I'm sorry, you can download your sales history from Seller Central, and then you can take the buyer names and the shipping addresses, and then you can upload that into Facebook and create a lookalike audience so that you target people that are similar to them based on, all the data that Facebook has. And it's not a 100% match rate. Typically it's like, let's say 30% match rate. So, if you have 1,000 contact details from Amazon, you might match with about 300 on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, you need a big list for it to work well. But with those lookalike audiences, sometimes a very narrow audience works best, and sometimes a wider audience works best. So, when you set up the lookalike audience, it goes from 1% to 10%, 1% being the most narrow and most closely matching to your list, and 10% being, the widest, kind of like a shotgun approach. And, like I said, sometimes the narrow ones work, sometimes the wider ones work. So, testing that, putting it out and testing it with different audiences, and seeing which one works best for your particular campaign. That's going to get you the best results, instead of, just throwing up one audience and hoping for the best.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm weak in my Facebook ad knowledge, but yeah, I mean, audience is just a summer. Maybe there's others listening too that aren't fully clear, but it's definitely an amazing tip you gave, like tapping into your Amazon data. A lot of people think you don't have too much data. Of course, you don't get the email, the naked email, real email, but you can pull shipping addresses, names, which can help you with creating a lookalike audience, which means basically the Amazon, of course, and Facebook, they're data companies, right? These guys have massive data. So by you putting your customer list or data from Amazon, technically I guess it's Amazon customers, but I guess they share you certain information into Facebook, it'll create an audience that lookalikes is similar to, and says it'll hopefully target to similar people that have similar likes. And so that's the main thing to be testing. I mean, I guess there's so much other. Honestly, I think some people get overwhelmed with so much to test. They don't even know what to test, or this is where I get stuck, because you can test. Yeah. You can have multiple landing pages, right? You got multiple listing kind of. I think there's Splitly and others like on testing data and the listing page. There's so much. Like, I think you helped us with that campaign where we did different coupon amounts, right? So what works is you test how much coupon discount do you give, like where you said earlier, a verified review only 20 or 30%, or do you go down to like 75, 70%? I mean, there's so much things to test, the ad itself to test. I mean, there's just so much. So I guess this is where I get overwhelmed, honestly.
Yeah. And this is a really good point. A lot of another big mistake is testing too many things, especially I've come across customers that tested 10 different images in one campaign, and using Facebook's dynamic creative feature, which is a great feature, but it's not perfect. So if you put up like 10 different images, they don't cycle it through evenly. So, it might be that the image that would perform best never gets any impressions. So it's usually best to just like, just test a few different things at once. Let's say, 2 or 3 images at once, and then, 2 pieces of copy and 2 audiences. Those are probably going to be the biggest things you can test. And then once you have a winner for that, then you can, test some elements on the landing page. But yeah, you don't want to run too many tests at once because like you said, it gets overcomplicated.
And I think, oh, go ahead, Terry.
Yeah. So, I mean, what I recommend is sequential testing, so test a couple audiences, test a couple images, test, copy, and then based on, take those winners and, maybe then test some, 2 different landing pages. And then once you have the landing page, then maybe test a couple more images, and the more you do these tests, you're going to get the cost down lower and lower. But if you're testing too many things at once, costs are going to, get out of hand because it takes a while for Facebook to find a winner on the test.
Agreed. Yeah, that's kind of my other point is sometimes smaller sellers or with less budget, at least, you got to spend money to learn, right? To get the data.
Yeah.
You kind of got to take money. What's a good budget? Somebody should say, hey, I want to get started with this, $500, $1,000, $100, $20.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on, like, if your goal is to hit page 1 ranking, you do the math to see, how many sales are the products on page 1 making, and kind of, do some reverse engineering to figure out, how many, let's say you got to make 30 sales in a month to get to page 1. So, if you're doing a ranking campaign of, a high discount, only run that for like 1 week. So, if that's 30 sales in a month, so in a week, that's what? Like 8, let's say. Let's say 10, just for simplicity purposes. Let's say 10. So you gotta make 10 sales in a week, and if you're giving out coupons, it's usually, I don't know, let's say 3-to-1 coupon claim to actual sale. So you got to give out 30 coupons, and let's say at first the costs are going to be high because you're testing things. So let's say at first it's $10 a lead, but then you get it down to $1 a lead. So I think if you had to make 30 sales, or you got to make 10 sales, 30 coupons. I mean, you could probably do that with a couple $100.
Okay, that sounds really reasonable. So, thanks, Thomas. I'm really appreciate you, not holding back and sharing a lot of insights here. So let's wrap up, but let's of course talk about landingcube.com. It's a great software. You've been doing a great job, with sharing amazing knowledge and content. Also, you have like an academy on the site, like a full kind of like blog full of amazing knowledge people should check out too, totally free. And how is that going, or how can people maybe share a little bit about what the software is and what it can do?
Yeah. So, as you mentioned earlier, it's a super simple, intuitive landing page generator for Amazon. So you basically just, take your Amazon URL, plug it into our tool, and it scrapes your product title, the images, bullet points, description, and then, also 5-star reviews, and, generates a landing page within seconds. We have a few different design templates to choose from, and there's some customization options. You can turn email opt-in on or off. You upload coupon codes and super easy integrations with the Facebook Pixel, Google Analytics. You can drive traffic through keyword targeted URLs that, you can build those within our tool, two-step URLs and those sorts of things. So it takes 5 minutes to build the landing page, and then drive traffic from around the web, whether that's Facebook ads or your own email list or wherever you want to. Yeah. Anywhere where you can put a link in, you can drive traffic from to the landing page, and then collect emails, give out a coupon code, and then drive them to Amazon to buy.
Yeah, so it's definitely, I mean, I think as a user myself, I think it's about being simple, right? You don't have to worry about designing a landing page. It just pulls in data already made in Amazon and creates a quick one, and then out of the box you can get the Facebook pixel pretty straightforward, and the email capture system, and it has also like the countdown timers, and it kind of helps you managing the countdowns for you automatically for the scarcity and other things.
A lot.
People don't realize they got to have plugins, or they got to have, design or different themes and things. It's all right there, which is pretty helpful.
Yeah. I mean, it makes it super easy to build landing. You can build 100 landing pages in a day if you wanted to. It makes it super easy, and various elements that increase conversions that are just drag and drop, no coding or anything like that. So yeah, it makes it easy for Amazon sellers to drive traffic from off Amazon to Amazon, build up an email list, and make more sales and boost their rankings.
Yeah, so definitely people check it out, support. I mean, the LandingCube team has always been very supportive of what we do here, and I always appreciate it. Thanks for sharing so much today, Thomas. And we'll link up all of this on our show notes, as well as, of course, people can go to landingcube.com and other ways to find you guys. So thanks again, Thomas.
My pleasure, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Alvin, for editing this podcast. I pay Alvin and the rest of my team with GoRemit.hk. It's a cross-border payments solution, and I know the founding team really well. Over the years, they've been working very hard listening to users like us that want a low-cost way to send small payments cross-border into China, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, and other places. So as you grow your online team, as you grow your different supplier base, if you need to make any kind of size, but small, big payments for maybe your workers and your suppliers and others, check them out, www.goremit.hk, and it would be great to let them know GFA sent you. They really support the show, and they've been an ongoing sponsor that we really appreciate. Thank you, GoRemit. Thank you, Thomas, for sharing that information. I know some of you guys have been asking me for more Amazon content. We bounce all over the place here. I know Clint is listening, and he suggests we get more focused here, and I don't know, I like to kind of mix it up, and I think it's interesting information for business owners crossing the border between these different worlds. It's like going into different borders, different worlds. But this is the blah 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 session, and we're still in the backseat of the car. How much time is it to get there?
5 minutes.
Yeah, we only got 5 minutes. So today's blah 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 is going to be until I get to the end destination of our drunk driving assistant bicycle driver journey. So, Dave, did you have fun? Okay, there's been a little bit of interruption here with our outro. I call this the outro. We had the condom came off of the driver's seat. We're in the destination parking lot. Dave, are you safe to park the car?
Yes, I'm safe.
Okay. Well, we just had a pretty great dinner time. I should drink, Dave, maybe I should start drinking. Whoa. Oh, we tried to steal the drunk driver service guy's phone. He came back and got it. Well, this has been an interesting transaction. I don't know, does this exist in the US, Dave? This kind of thing? Isn't this cool? I mean, China does do things now that are like not yet done in the U.S. I think it's a great service. Some guy can meet you in your parking lot on his bike, put in a backseat in the trunk of your car, drive you where you need to go, and you have your car the next day. You don't gotta go take a cab and then the next day go find it and stuff like that. So it definitely, I think it's probably saved a lot of lives and drunk driving accidents. So okay, Dave is parking. But yeah, I mean, I hope y'all enjoy. We try to get some Amazon content. I listen to Clint, our listener and newsletter reader, about some of the vast types of content we have. China hosting and Amazon and protests and all this crazy stuff. But I think, I think I categorize it under the cross-border trade world in Asia. Stuff we need to know about. So thank you so much for listening. The car is parked and it's a late night, so we're going to cut the blah 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 session a little bit early. Okay, everybody, thank you for listening, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
To get more info about running an international business, please visit our website at www.globalfromasia.com. That's www.globalfromasia.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to our iTunes feed. Thanks for tuning in.